But anyway, I just want to talk a little bit anyway about what I think about crisis, and you can scale it to your company because the lessons are applicable. And then we are going to do, before and after lunch, an exercise that I developed for the board of directors of the BBC. Every year at the BBC, we have many rehearsals, but we have a really big rehearsal where it's mandatory for the boss and all of the directors. They cannot be on holiday, they've got to be there. And it's very challenging. And this is the exercise. I've slightly adapted it because we don't have all today. But it's very deliberately developed to bring out some key lessons that you might find useful. So some of the things you think that's useful, some you may not. But one of the things I wanted to do is to perhaps show you some of the ways the BBC communicates with its staff in the event of a major emergency. So there's some quite interesting techniques there. If you have a lot of staff in your company, you might find useful. So before I show you the film, since I left about 2 years ago, to give you an idea of what I'm doing now, I left the BBC 2 years ago. I have my own company and I work on reputation in Britain and Europe, but also in the Middle East and a lot in Singapore and Hong Kong. And actually, though, I find that the lessons are really the same in every country. There are some differences, but not actually very many. They're really the same. Everybody around the world is struggling with social media and a crisis. We're going to talk about that. Everybody's finding that social media is causing them problems, as well as opportunities, and everybody's struggling with aggression from the media, increasing aggression from the media. So we'll talk a bit about that. I'm also a director of Britain's most prominent aviation.
Finally over, I dreamt many times, but literally dreamt that it was going to be free again and always woke up in that film.
Seriously, the job he loves. Top Gear presenter Richard Hammond is in hospital this morning after crashing at high speed in a jet powered car.
The 26-year-old was driving a Gloucester-style vehicle capable of reaching 300 miles per hour. It left the track and slipped over.
Joining the joint BBC is deciding not to broadcast the charity appeal for the victims of the conflict in Gaza. Protesters this afternoon at the BBC's London headquarters. We believe that the BBC's reputation for impartiality is so important and so integral to the BBC's reputation and its trustworthiness here and around the world that it's very important that we